moment to raise a glass to the National Nordic Museum. Skål.
Cheers to the National Nordic Museum from the Dixons at Enetai Beach.
Bid high and bid often.
Hello, Seattle. Here we are in Stockholm, and we are just now shooting the next spring catalog. And I have to say goodbye to you. I haven't seen the exhibit at all, but I have seen pictures, and that's very, very nice. Thank you all for having my exhibition in Seattle. I have heard from customers that it's been a wonderful exhibition. Thank you.
Hey Nordic Museum, this is your neighbor Adam from down at Skull Beer Hall down the street here in Ballard. Tusen Talk for joining us and helping to keep Ballard a uniquely Nordic neighborhood. Skål!
Hey, Willie Manchester here on board the Brenna A. Out fishing in the Bering Sea. Just wanted to take a moment to raise a glass to the National Nordic Museum. Skål!
Cheers to the National Nordic Museum from the Dixons at Enitai Beach.
Bid high and bid often.
Hello, Seattle. Here we are in Stockholm, and we are just now shooting the next spring catalog. And I have to say goodbye to you. I haven't seen the exhibit at all, but I have seen pictures, and that's very, very nice. Thank you all for having my exhibition in Seattle. I have heard from customers that it's been a wonderful exhibition. Thank you.
Hey Nordic Museum, this is your neighbor Adam from down at Skull Beer Hall down the street here in Ballard. Tusen Talk for joining us and helping to keep Ballard a uniquely Nordic neighborhood. Skull!
Hey, Willie Manchester here on board the Brenna A. Out fishing in the Bering Sea. Just wanted to take a moment to raise a glass to the National Nordic Museum. Skål.
Enotype Beach.
Bid high and bid often.
Hello, Seattle. Here we are in Stockholm, and we are just now shooting the next spring catalog. And I have to say goodbye to you. I haven't seen the exhibit at all, but I have seen pictures, and that's very, very nice. Thank you all for having my exhibition in Seattle. I have heard from customers that it's been a wonderful exhibition. Thank you.
Hey Nordic Museum, this is your neighbor Adam from down at Skull Beer Hall down the street here in Ballard. Tusen Talk for joining us and helping to keep Ballard a uniquely Nordic neighborhood. Skull!
Hey, Willie Manchester here on board the Brenna A. Fishing in the Bering Sea. Just wanted to take a moment to raise a glass to the National Nordic Museum. Skål.
Cheers to the National Nordic Museum from the Dixons at Enetai Beach.
Bid high and bid often.
Hello, Seattle. Here we are in Stockholm, and we are just now shooting the next spring catalog. And I have to say goodbye to you. I haven't seen the exhibit at all, but I have seen pictures, and that's very, very nice. Thank you all for having my exhibition in Seattle. I have heard from customers that it's been a wonderful exhibition. Thank you.
Hey Nordic Museum, this is your neighbor Adam from down at Skull Beer Hall down the street here in Ballard. Tusen Talk for joining us and helping to keep Ballard a uniquely Nordic neighborhood. Skull!
Hey, Willie Manchester here on board the Brenna A. Fishing in the Bering Sea. Just wanted to take a moment to raise a glass to the National Nordic Museum. Skål.
Cheers to the National Nordic Museum from the Dixons at Enetai Beach.
Bid high and bid often.
The world was created from nothing. A vast emptiness with no beginning or end. Where fire breathed warmth and light. Flames reached across the void to melt the ice. And from the melting water, life emerged.
Hello everyone, my name is Mikko Hautala. I'm the new Finnish ambassador to the United States of America. I really would like to be there with you and celebrate, but this year, unfortunately, it's not possible. I hope to be able to make it next year. I really thank the museum for the good cooperation with the embassy. I send my best wishes to all of you from here, Washington, D.C. Cheers, keep peace.
Hello everyone, I'm Karin Olofsdotter, the Swedish ambassador to the US. I'm wishing you all the best, have a good time. Greetings from the other Washington. Skål!
Hello everyone, my name is Lone Visborg and I'm the Danish ambassador to the United States. I'm sorry we could not all be here this evening in person to celebrate the National Nordic Museum, but I want to thank you all for being here and for supporting our wonderful museum. I hope that you will be enjoying the evening, and personally I look forward to the next time I can visit Seattle.
Good evening everyone. My name is Bergdís Ellersdóttir and I'm the ambassador of Iceland talking to you from Washington DC. I do hope you will all have a great evening tonight celebrating the National Nordic Museum in Seattle, which I do hope I will finally get to visit soon after we get through this COVID fog that has been hindering all our good and personal relations. But here to all of you in Seattle, skål.
Good evening, my name is Anniken Krutnes and I'm the Norwegian ambassador. I'm so sorry that I couldn't be with you tonight in person in Seattle to celebrate the National Nordic Museum. I wish to thank each and every one of you for your support. Have a wonderful evening and a toast. Skål.
Thank you so much, ambassadors, and welcome. We are so happy. Yes, skål is the word. We are so happy to have all of you here at the virtual Northern Lights Auction, and I can see that there are so many of us gathered together, 125 screens, which we assume means that there maybe are, 300 at least of us all gathered together, because there are likely 2 or 3 people at many of those screens. So welcome. We are so glad to have you here, and I can see that many of you are also joining us. Jordan, hi, how are you? Yes, cheers everyone. Oh, that's Linda. Jordan, hi. Linda, nice to see you as well. We are so happy to have you here in this safe virtual setting. And of course, we are going to have a lot of fun creating something that feels similar but is new, because this is a new way of gathering, and we are so excited to be doing it. As many of you know, when you visit the National Nordic Museum, you can see 12,000 years of Nordic history, and you know that the Nordic people have endured many challenges. And of course, now we are enduring this COVID-19 challenge, which has been a real threat in so many ways, and including to museums and cultural institutions like ours. So this evening, we are all gathered together to step up and to ensure that we push forward and are ready as people are now coming back to the museum, and to continue to provide all of the programming, both the traditional programming, and we've been creating new programming in this time. So thank you for being here to support, and thank you so much to so many of you, to Earl and Eric and Joshua. Skål, yes, welcome. And Christina, we're so glad to see you. Yes, I like the clapping and the red wine and the champagne. All of those things go together very well. And hello, Lisa Toftemaka, skål, yes. So it is quite possible that you have not been to a virtual party quite like this one. So we thought we would give you yes, Christina, it's good. We thought we would give you just a few helpful party suggestions. Hello, Eric. Yes, nice to see you too. That might help you as you are joining this party. So you are, of course, watching us on some screen like a laptop or a desktop, or maybe you have one of those big smart screens up on the wall. That's wonderful. We also want to encourage you to be logged in to our auction software, Greater Giving, because that is where our live auction and the opportunity to make a contribution to the museum will be. And I can tell you, it's very easy to log in to Greater Giving. However, I want to clarify one key detail. When you begin to log in, the auction software will ask you, are you already a member? And it's very clear that you might think we are asking about whether you are a member of the museum, but we are not asking about whether you are a member of the museum. We are asking if you are already a member of Greater Giving. So when you log into Greater Giving, if you do have a Greater Giving membership, wonderful, use it. And if you don't, please create a new account with Greater Giving, because that is how you're going to participate in our live auction. And I also want to say that you can open a second browser window and log into the auction software there if that feels comfortable. Or, if you would like, use a second device to log into the auction software, and then you can watch on one screen and you can bid rapidly with your thumbs on another screen. One other helpful party tip. If you are bidding in the live auction, which I will tell you many people are, like Johan, DJ, oh, I'm so sorry, DJ, you just got outbid on that the salmon fishing excursion because Johan just outbid you, so you might want to go look really quickly. And Sonia, you're doing very well on the Napa trip. I see that you are very interested. Jan, I'm sorry, but if you want to bid again, Jan, you might want to check out on that. So people are bidding in the live auction because the live auction is open, and you can set a maximum bid. You simply click on Bid More, and then set your max bid, and the computer will bid for you against the other people who are trying to outbid you. This is a very good way to ensure that you are the top bidder, because the computer is very fast and it will outbid those people rapidly. And I will tell you, we are going to have a live auction in just a few minutes. So be sure you are ready and logged in and that you start bidding, because at the very end it will be live and I will be able to see if you are bidding. So make sure you do all of those things. Don't worry, they're very easy. And if at any point you need some assistance, if we can help you with Greater Giving, or if we can help you with YouTube, please just reach out in the chat and ask us if we can help you in any way, and we will offer you assistance with any of those things. So now that you hopefully are feeling settled and welcome, it is also, I want to point out the chat, where many people have already joined us, like Sophia and Eric and Rosemary and Christina. Yes, hello. And you are on the right channel for the 5:30 program. So Sonia, you are in the exact right place. That is exactly where you want to be. And we would love to have you all come and join us in the chat, because I will tell you that we are going to be doing some games and prizes and surprises right inside the chat. We will be giving things away. And so, yes, Eric, exactly. Hi, Sonia. Nice to see you. And Rosemary, we're so glad you're getting ready to bid. Please do that. That is the perfect thing to be doing. As you are joining us in the chat, would you mind telling us what you are eating or drinking? Exactly. So Jenny is having either shrimp or lobster. That's lovely. Or if you're an Eric, water. Lovely. Oh, William, a taco. I'm so jealous. I know many of you are having those delicacies. Hi, Karen. Nice to see you. Welcome. We're so glad to see you. And what are you eating or drinking at home? Whatever it is, we would love to know. Please share with us in the chat. Because, you know, this is a party and we want to share the festivities with all of us. Create a free YouTube account and then you can come share. Ooh, Mike, whiskey. I love it. One word and that's it. Delicious. Oh, yeah, tastes from the specialties. Yes, Eric. Yeah, single malt scotch. John, I'm coming to your house. Don't worry, I'll wear a mask and you can serve me on the front porch. Mark, okay, Nordic Mule. I love it. Okay, so please share with us. And then I want to just remind people about one other little thing, which is, if at any point your YouTube has a moment, please hit refresh, and then you will join us live right here. Sometimes, if you go away from YouTube and you don't hit refresh, you may actually be slightly behind us, and that will be difficult during the live auction because we want to make sure Fiska Kaker, yes, I love it, and red wine, yes, beer and akavit. Oh, Marianne is having akavit. Lovely, wonderful. There is a group of people as we gather this evening that we must acknowledge because their outstanding contribution to the museum is really lifting us up as we all gather this evening. In light of this incredible, challenging time, the National Nordic Museum's Board of Trustees has stepped forward in an amazing way. They have, in unprecedented fashion, offered us a challenge for this year's Northern Lights Auction. Yes, John Eric Nelson, beer, I like it. Our trustees have generously committed $150,000 as a challenge for all of us to step up during this evening, to dig deep, and to help support the museum during these times. So, starting with our auction and continuing throughout the evening and all the way through our Raise the Paddle, our Board of Trustees are going to be matching or challenging us to match their generosity of $150,000. So, and I can tell you that people are being so generous. So thank you for your generosity, and trustee members, we are so grateful. There are two other people that we must start off by introducing because these two amazing people have done more than anyone to gather us all this evening. They are such incredible friends of the museum, long-term supporters, and this evening we are very pleased to welcome, and would you please give them a huge round of applause in the chat. You can use, the clapping emoji, or you can write the word applause, or whatever you would like to do. Please give a huge warm welcome to this year's auction chair, Electa Johnson Anderson, and our auction vice chair, Jan Blackburn. Jan and Electa, welcome. How are you?
Thank you, Ian, and welcome everyone. Thank you to all of those who have worked so hard and been so generous in helping us prepare for this evening. In particular, I want to thank our auction committee and the Board of Trustees. During this challenging year, so many supporters have stepped up and done something amazing. It's been quite an undertaking to produce this event virtually, and yet taking it on has been really rewarding. The board's support of nearly $150,000 to be this year's presenting sponsor is unprecedented. What a wonderful challenge and inspiration that has been to all of us. Jan, I know you'd like to add a few words.
Thanks, Electa, and hello, everyone. When I signed up to be the vice chair of the auction, I had no idea that I would be organizing it from my home. This COVID pandemic has been challenging for all of us, but we have worked hard to bring you an event that keeps our Nordic Museum traditions alive. We are so fortunate to have the National Nordic Museum in our community. I brought my son here, and now I bring my two grandchildren. It's wonderful to see the way in which the museum inspires children and adults alike. Thanks for being here tonight to support our museum. Now, let's have some fun.
I join Jan in thanking you for joining us this evening. The museum tells an amazing story of Nordic history, art, and culture. The museum's own history is rich with a future that is so bright thanks to supporters like you. The National Nordic Museum is a beacon of light for all humanity and a reflection of resilience for everyone. And now it's time to ring that bell, enjoy ourselves, raise some money for an institution that means so much to so many. Please be generous and give often. Your support makes a huge difference. And before we leave, skål, Jan. It's been a fabulous year, and skål to everyone. Happy bidding.
Skål.
Skål. Actually, I'm gonna save this because I have to do a little auction. But I just want you to say again, thank you, Jan and Electa. And Lisa, by the way, in case you missed it, says that you both look so beautiful. And thank you so much for all your work. And so many people are thanking you for being our chair and vice chair. Thank you for all of your work and in gathering us this evening. We are so, so grateful. And people are saying thank you to Jan and Electa. Eric says thank you, and Skoll, and Kippy says Christina. So thank you. And so, as I mentioned earlier, this is a party, and so we are going to play games. And you can hear we're already ringing the bell and having Skoll moments, but let's play some games as well. We're going to play a game right here in our chat, and I can see so many of you are here, and I just want to remind you, come join us in the chat because we're going to give away things like right now. The winner of this game will receive a $50 gift certificate to the museum store. And yes, Kurt, Skoll to you as well. $50 to our museum store, and I can tell you the museum store is open, and please come visit us. You know, the holidays will be coming soon. It's a wonderful place to come and purchase beautiful things. So the person who will receive $50 is the person we are going to show you an emoji right here in just a moment. And the first person who finds the emoji and puts it into the chat will win the prize. Are you ready? Here we go. Can you find this emoji and put it into the chat? The first person who does it. Hans, yes. Cheers, Jordan, to you as well. If you could Skoll, Allison, yes. But if you find this chat, if you find the emoji, then we'll give you a $50 gift certificate to the Nordic Museum store. Who will find it? National Nordic Museum, you don't get to win. I'm sorry. Yes, but yeah. Mati, you found it. Nicely done. Congratulations. Oh, Kaya. Oh, no, that wasn't quite right. I like the bag. Mati is our winner. Congratulations. And $50 is coming to you to spend at the store. Okay, now I will tell you we are going to play this game again. So please make sure you are registered. Yes, Nancy, Skoll to you as well. Make sure you are registered in our chat because we want you to come and play. Okay, here we go. It is time for me to introduce another person that many of you know who wanted to send a Skoll to all of us. Would you please welcome from his vessel, the one and only Case McManus. Case, how are you?
Captain Case McManus here, the Cornelia Marie. We're off here close to beautiful big island of Hawaii on the Kona side. Just want to raise a Skoll to everybody there at the National Nordic Museum. Have a good night, guys.
Hey, and we're ringing the bell as always, and Skoll to you, Captain McManus. And Tula, I think sending the mermaid, which is good luck for sailors, I believe. Yes, that's good. You know, through all of the challenges this year, the program staff at the museum has risen to the occasion. We have been doing new kinds of virtual programming to reach out and make sure that the museum is continuing to be vibrant and reach people even during these difficult times. So we wanted to just take a moment and remember how amazing these past months have been as we have shown new ways of delivering what the museum is all about. So please check this out and see what we've been doing.
Every single person I meet and talk about this museum has the same experience. They walk in and there's a moment of awe. And you know there is an adventure ahead of you.
And we're thrilled with how successful the grand opening was.
And as it represents some of the happiest countries in the world, may it also be a source of great happiness for all who visit. Thank you.
I think members in the entire community have been overwhelmed with the transformation of the Nordic Museum into a world-class institution. The mission of the museum is to share Nordic culture with a broad audience, and we do that through exhibitions, programs, and collections. We also serve as a community gathering place.
It's so solidly grounded in the Nordic values.
We've used 4 values: openness, social justice, connection to nature, and innovation, to look at 12,000 years of Nordic history.
And it's earned its top spot amongst the world's best museums because of that. It's a journey. The layers of stories are so interesting that it depends on my mood what I can walk away with and how I experience it. One day I'm connecting to the story of the immigrants. One day I'm walking through an exhibition. Another day I have a moment of meditation, watching beautiful scenic pictures.
One of the purposes is to share culture, share artifacts, share evidence of past life in the Nordic countries. But another one is what's going on currently. And there has been quite a bit of interest in the United States in the Nordic model, so to speak.
And I don't think of it as a museum and sort of the stodgy, you come look at static exhibitions. This is a place of learning. I think of this just as an open place to really have dialogue around arts and culture, but also about important policy issues that face all of us.
The Nordic Museum that we have here is not like a regular museum. I think it's a community builder.
Museums is not only about the past, it's also about, I think, the future, and I think particularly putting together the past and the future is actually a pretty exciting idea. And of course, the museum itself, these facilities here are fantastic.
My enthusiasm and passion has only grown with this new museum. It just fills my soul to come here every time and give a tour and share its beauty and its history. Anyone who is not a member yet of this museum and who has not yet seen it are missing out greatly.
When I leave the National Nordic Museum, I'm filled with optimism. This place is very special.
We built this museum to honor our forebears, our parents and our grandparents, and we did it to inspire the next generation, our children and our grandchildren.
And what an inspiring place it is, and so beautiful. Before we continue, I have to make a little apology. Court O, I totally skipped your winning emoji in our game. I went right past you, and I am so sorry. You are also a winner. Court O, because you actually had it in there first. But don't worry, Matti, you are also a winner. We're going to have 2 winners for that game, and you both get a $50 gift certificate to the Nordic store. So congratulations, and thank you both for playing. Yes, Court, I'm so sorry. It was totally my fault. I was reading very, very quickly, and thank you for playing. So congrats. And now, I want to just point out one more time that our live auction is open, and people are bidding very, very generously and actively. And if you would like something in the live auction, now is a good time to make sure that you are bidding on one of those items, because in a moment when our live auction begins, it happens very, very quickly. And if you want something, yeah, sorry, Court, it wasn't funny because you were right there and then I didn't see it. And I mean, but thank you for playing. We really appreciate it. If you want something, make sure you make a bid. So for right now, Johan has currently got the salmon, and Lisa is currently bidding on that trip with Eric to Napa. And it looks like John Douglas Dixon is currently getting the Kummel dinner. So people are bidding, and if you would like to be a part of that, make sure you are checking out the live auction. And also, I want to remind you that you want to, if you go away from YouTube, make sure that you hit refresh so that you are right with us live, because the live auction will happen live in just a few minutes, and you want to be live with us in order to be successful in the live auction. So, we will get there in just a moment, and I can see that many of you are finding it because there are lovely things. But before we do, it is my great pleasure now to introduce a person that many, many of you know. I can see that he is here with us because he has been saying lovely things in the chat. He is, of course, the fearless leader of the National Nordic Museum, and of course was recently knighted by the President of Finland. So I am going to say welcome to Sir Erik Nelson. Erik Nelson, how are you, and welcome.
Ian, I can't thank you enough for being here tonight, and thank you so much for hosting this wonderful event. When we started talking about creating a virtual Northern Lights auction, I think there a lot of people weren't quite sure how it was going to come together, but thanks to your guidance, and again, thanks also to our chair, Elect Anderson, and our vice chair, Jan Blackburn, for driving this thing through. You've been marvelous to work for. And again, the other people that have been marvelous are all of you watching tonight. I can't thank you enough for your ongoing support of the museum through this whole COVID closure crisis. Like our forebears, I think the museum was able to pivot and adjust and innovate and get through the COVID closure in pretty good shape. And now that we're open again, we'd love to welcome you back here to the museum. But that's for another day. Tonight, we're here to participate in this virtual auction. So please join me in bidding off. And Ian, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. It is such a pleasure to be here, and thank you so much for the invitation to be part of this amazing virtual Northern Lights auction. But I just have to say, Eric, it's a Northern Lights auction, and so usually there's some scolding and bell ringing, and I just wondered if maybe you could help us with that just a little?
Ian, I would be delighted. I've got something right here just for that purpose. I just want to say to you and to everyone in the audience, Skål.
I say Skål to you as well. But again, I'm going to wait because I have to do an auction, Eric. And if I start scolding too much, the numbers, who knows where they might happen. But I want to just say to all of you that we do have the option, as is our tradition, to ring the bell during this virtual Northern Lights auction. So many people are already virtually ringing the bell. It is $50. Yes, to do this. And if you go into Greater Giving, and thank you, Christina, that's very kind of you. If you go into Greater Giving, you can ring the bell, and we will ring the bell for you. So Eric and Gree and Suzanne and all of these people have already been ringing the bell. And so, skål to all of you. And please consider skåling with us. Even though you're at home, just, come and do a virtual bell ring. You can see that the link to do it is right in the chat, right there. You can make it happen. It's very, very fun. So as you are considering ringing the bell, it is time to begin our live auction. And so just a quick reminder to maybe hit refresh on YouTube so that you are right with us, because this is going to happen quickly. Now, our live auction is going to be just a little bit different than in years past. We are going to have our live auction occur in groups. Groups of live auction items will close simultaneously, which means people are ringing the bell. I love it. Congratulations. Yeah, that is exactly the right thing to do. Ring that bell. If you would like to be the top bidder on one of the items, you have to bid quickly on all of the items in that group simultaneously, because they will all close simultaneously. Oh, you're ringing the bell. Very well done. Skål to you. Okay, so our first group of live auction items includes items 1, 2, and 3. So the salmon fishing, the Napa trip with Eric Nelson, and the delectable Kummel dinner will all close simultaneously, which means if you want to go to Napa with Eric Nelson, you have to outbid Lisa Toftemacher right now. Or if you would like to go and have that incredible Kummel dinner, you've got to outbid John Douglas Dixon. And I will tell you that you want to perhaps use your max bid feature, because people are doing it, and I love that you're all ringing the bell. It's so great. So it is time right now to make a bid on items 1, 2, or 3, because you have only 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to make a bid on items 1, 2, or 3. This is your opportunity to do it. Will you outbid Johan on that incredible North Puget Sound salmon fishing? He's currently in the lead. Lisa, you've currently got the trip to Napa. And it looks like Dr. Nina is now in the lead on the Kummel dinner. I'm so sorry, John, but you're going to want to make a bid one more time. So if you'd like to make a bid, you only have 90 seconds to go in our first group of live auction items. That's items 1, 2, and 3. all of them. Lisa, you're doing very well on that trip to Napa, and you're all ringing the bell. That's wonderful. Johan, you still have the salmon excursion, and you've only got just over 1 minute remaining. And it looks like Dr. Nina Svansson, you are currently the top bidder on the Kummel dinner. And I just want you to know that you have 1 minute to go on items 1, 2, and 3. Lisa Tottemark, you are doing very well, and I love that you're all ringing the bell. I hope you're enjoying a little maybe akavit at home, whatever you're having. And you only have 45 seconds to go on the first 3 live auction items. All 3 of them will close simultaneously. And Lisa, you're doing very well on the trip to Napa. And it looks like Dr. Nina, you're doing very well on the Kummel dinner. And it looks like Johan, you are still in the lead on that North Puget Sound fishing trip. But I want to remind all of you, it is okay to come and outbid these people because we are here to support the Nordic Museum and we want your help. Yes, get your last bids in now. It looks like Eric Nelson is hoping that he's going to take somebody down to Napa, because I will tell you that Eric is a Napa person and he knows where to take you. And the bells are still ringing. I love it. All right, so you only have 20 seconds to go. This is your final opportunity. Oh no, DJ Jazzy just got in on that salmon trip. I'm sorry, Johan. You are no longer the top bidder. You're going to want to make one more bid. But it looks like the bid, Lisa, you are still doing very, very well on the trip to Napa. And I can tell you that Dr. Nina, you are still the currently top bidder on the Kummel dinner. And you only have 15 seconds remaining. Oh, DJ Jazzy's really in the lead now. And I'll just tell you that Johan, DJ Jazzy's got it going on. He's bidding very furiously on the salmon fishing. And it looks like Lisa is, and I can tell you what's happening on that first item. If you are trying to outbid DJ Jazzy, he has put his auto bid on, which means that the computer is outbidding you so rapidly, you have to keep bidding to find out where DJ Jazzy's auto bid stops. That's how it works. And the bells are ringing. You have 5 seconds to go. Last opportunity to make a bid in items 1, 2, and 3. Lisa, you're still doing well on Napa. And John Douglas comes back on the Kummel dinner. Very nicely done. Dr. Nina, I'm so sorry. You only have 4 seconds to go. And it looks like Lisa, you're still in the lead on Napa. And it looks like DJ Jazzy, you're doing very well on the fishing. And it looks like Mr. John Douglas, you have got the Kummel dinner. You have 4 seconds remaining. 3 seconds remaining. 2 seconds to go. Last chance to make a bid. 1 and sold. Our first group of live auction items is sold. Congratulations. Very, very nicely done. Johan came in at the last minute and he got the salmon fishing. Congratulations. And Lisa, nicely done. You are going to be visiting Napa with Eric Nelson and Mr. John Douglas Dixon. Thank you for your bid on the Kummel dinner. Congratulations to all of our bidders. And thank you all for scolding and ringing the bell. Very, very nicely done. And tell Sonia, I know, well, it happened. Okay, so you see now how this live auction will happen. It happens very, very quickly, and so you have to be ready to bid. And I will tell you that, thank you, Sheila, if you want to bid on an item during the live auction, make an initial bid now, because then Greater Giving will keep it right where you need it to be able to bid. Make sure if you make an initial bid, then it will be easier for you to keep bidding. I'll just tell you. Now, before we go to our next part of our auction, I want to remind you about the Swedish Midsummer Party. There are only 40 spots total in the Swedish Midsummer Party, and if you would like one of them, you can go and you can buy a spot or 2 spots or as many spots as you would like, but there are only a few remaining. So if you would like one, you want to go and buy one right now while they are still available. And it will happen, it will be happening in summer of 2021. That's when a Midsummer Party happens. So please go and buy your tickets to that and you'll be very, very happy that you did. Okay, we're gonna play another game because it's still a party and we're playing another game. And we're gonna do a little trivia this time. This time, you will have to be the person who answers this trivia question, and if you are the third person to correctly answer in our chat, you will win a $100 gift certificate to the museum store. Are you ready? The trivia question is this: when did the museum have its public grand opening of the new building? What was the date of the public grand opening of the new building? Be the third person to correctly find the right date. Were you there? Yes, Mark, you are correct, but you are the first person so fast. That was it. Who will be the third person? Lois, yes. Lisa, you are correct. No, wait. Hold on. It is actually Maya. Maya, because Lois had the wrong year. I'm so sorry. The correct third person is Maya. Maya and Jill. That is the third one. Oh, but I have to say, I feel like maybe we should give Lisa also. I mean, I'm just thinking because, you know, it was so close. I am going to say that we're going to give both of them $100 to the museum store. I think we should give Maya and Lisa Toftemarka also a gift certificate. I hope that's okay. Somebody's probably going to be upset with me for making these decisions. However, I'm going to do it because you both played so well. Congratulations. Nicely done. Okay, we're going to keep going. I have to introduce two more amazing people. One of the wonderful things about this museum is so many world-class artists are friends of our museum, including world-class artists who are local right here in Seattle. So would you please welcome Vincent Leip and Steve Jensen, who wanted a word with all of us. Welcome, Vincent and Steve. How are you?
Hi, this is Vincent and Steve. Thank you in advance for your support of the National Nordic Museum. Skål!
Yes, skål to you, Vincent and Steve. We're so grateful for all of your support of the museum, and it's so lovely to have you here. And I want you to know that Steve Jensen has donated a beautiful, beautiful piece for the auction. And of course, it is coming right up, and people are bidding on it. And if you would like it, now is the moment, because we are going to go on to our second round of live auction items, which includes items number 4, 5, and 6. So if you would like Steve Jensen's beautiful green boat, the original artwork, or if you would like the week in Palm Springs, which wouldn't that be lovely? Yes, and I can see many of you do. Or if you want to go on an amazing once-in-a-lifetime insider's tour of the new Microsoft campus. If you are not a Microsoft employee, this might be your only opportunity to take this kind of tour. So if you would like items 4, 5, or 6, you have 2 minutes to go. This is your final opportunity to make a bid on Steve Jensen's beautiful green boat. And I can see that Leslie is currently the top bidder. John, if you would like to get back in, this is your opportunity to do so. If you would like to go to Palm Springs for a week, I can tell you that Anne, you are currently the top bidder and doing very, very well. Julie, if you'd like to make another bid, or Miss Drexel Malone, if you would like to make another bid, this is your opportunity. And number 6, oh, Maria, she is going on that wonderful tour of Microsoft, and I just want you to say that, Ellen, if you'd like to go to Microsoft, you want to come back because Maria has just outbid you. I'm so sorry. So you only have 90 seconds to go on this, our second round, and the bells are still ringing. You have 90 seconds to go. Leslie, you are currently taking that beautiful piece from Steve Jensen, and it looks like the Palm Springs is going to Miss Drexel Malone, and it looks like, Maria, you are still going to be the one going on that insider's tour of Microsoft, and you only have just over a minute to go. If you would like to make a bid on items 4, 5, or 6, that's the green boat, that's the week in Palm Springs, and it's the tour of Microsoft. This is your opportunity to take this beautiful piece of art. Leslie, you're doing very, very well with Steve Jensen's piece, and it looks like also the Miss Drexel Malone, you are going to Palm Springs. Nicely done. Still in the lead. If anybody would like. And Maria, yes, you are going on the tour. You have just what? Oh, it looks like Miss Sheila Stickle has now made a bid on Palm Springs. And Miss Drexel Malone, if you would like to make a bid, here is your chance. And I can tell you that the artwork is still going to Leslie Bernstein. Oh, Leslie, you are such... Oh, Leslie, I didn't even look at your last name. Leslie, it's nice to see you. Thank you for being here and for bidding. And it looks like Miss Sheila Stickle is going to Palm Springs. And it looks like Maria is currently taking the tour of Microsoft. And it looks like, okay, you've only got 30 seconds remaining. Leslie Bernstein, you are doing well. And Michael, how are you? It's nice to see you. I hope you're watching as well. And it looks like Miss Drexel Malone, and maybe Tom is with you, is going to Palm Springs. Hi, and it looks like Maria, you're still in the lead. You have 20 seconds to go on items 4, 5, and 6. This is your final opportunity. Leslie Bernstein, she knows great art, I can tell you. She is taking that piece from Steve Jensen. And Miss Drexel Malone is, oh, Sheila, you've been outbid. I'm so sorry. Palm Springs is now going to Mr. Exel Malone. And Maria, you are still the top bidder. Ellen, if you want to take that tour of Microsoft, here's your chance. You have only 10 seconds remaining. Very last opportunity to make a bid on 4, 5, or 6. Leslie Bernstein is in the lead, and it looks like we still have Mr. Exel Malone, Sheila, and Mr. Exel are going head to head, and it looks like Maria, you're doing well, and you have 10. 9, very final opportunity to make a bid. 8, whoa, Mr. Exel Malone comes back on Palm Springs. People are very interested. And 7, 6, last opportunity. Leslie Bernstein still in the lead on Steve Jensen's piece. Julie jumps in on the Palm Springs. Oh no, we have a new bidder. You've only got 5 seconds to go. 5, 4, last opportunity. We have to keep going. Julie Newhart, you are currently the top bidder on Palm Springs. You're doing well. 3 seconds remaining. If anybody wants to make a bid, 2, Mr. Exel, Miss Sheila, if you want to make one last bid, you have a chance right now. 1 second remaining. I'm going to still give you one more chance to bid furiously with your thumbs. Last chance on 4, 5, and 6, and sold! Our second group of live auction items have been sold. Nicely done, everyone. And Leslie Bernstein, thank you so much for your lovely bid. And Julie Newhart, oh my goodness, Palm Springs is going to you. And Maria, congratulations on that tour of Microsoft. Okay, I want to just tell you about another world-class artist. Because, as I mentioned, so many lovely artists are supporting our museum. This piece, this person, you will recognize because her piece hangs prominently in the Fjord Hall. And she creates these amazing pieces using scissors and her imagination and spray paint. And would you please welcome the amazing Karen Bitt-Vaya. Bitt, how are you, and welcome.
Hello, Nordic Museum supporters. I'm Bitt Weile, and it is wonderful to join you tonight. I wish I were able to be there in person, but this is the next best thing. As most of you know, I created the paper cut that hangs in the entry hall of the museum. I chose this unique and lively piece for the museum because it is actually a truly genuine touch of Nordic fairy tale. And it is an adventurous story with several layers of storytelling and hundreds of details to discover. I believe the museum created a video that will be showing us creating this image of my paper cut. Let's start the video now.
Last chance for raising it up. Okay, and then you just have to take your fingers and take the needle. It's in front of you. Quickly now. Quickly. Take it up. Yeah. Okay, and then with both fingers, yes, come on. Come on.
Like a piece of lace.
Just take it. Up, yes.
Beautiful.
Tonight, you have a chance to acquire this piece, and I am pleased to be able to offer it for your personal collection. It's time to start the bidding. I will cross my fingers. Good night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you, Bitt, and thank you so much for your amazing art and support of the museum. And to so many people who are just, I want you to know, telling you how much they appreciate you. Mark Murray says it's so great to see you. And Eric says it's so great to, hi. And we're just so grateful for your support of the museum. And so I was just thinking that we should move on to our next group of live auction items, which includes this beautiful piece. So, are you ready? This is our final group of live auction items. If you would like a piece in our auction, it is going to be 8 9, and 10. Starting off with Twittering in the Royal Copenhagen Tree by Bitveia, or The Adventure to Iceland, or the Fjord Hall Dinner. And I can tell you that people are bidding very, very generously on all of these items. So if you would like one of our final live auction items, now is your moment. You have only 2 minutes to go. You have 2 minutes remaining. And it looks like right now we have an anonymous bidder who is taking Bit's piece. And it looks like Mr. Adam Allen Spencer is currently going to Iceland. And there are many people who would like to go to Iceland, but you only have under 2 minutes. And Electa, our amazing chair of this event, Electa Anderson, is currently doing the Fjord Hall dinner with Danish chef Lars Kronmark. You get the whole Fjord Hall to have a once-in-a-lifetime dinner right inside the museum. So if you would like to have that opportunity, just come and make a bid. And you only have 90 seconds to go. You have 90 seconds remaining. And then, Suzanne just put in a bid on Bit's piece. Suzanne, very, very nicely done. And it looks like you Johan is currently going to Iceland. And the top bidder, Electa, you are still doing the Fjord Hall dinner. And you've only got just over 1 minute to go to make a bid. And it looks, Suzanne, you're doing very, very well for the beautiful piece of art. And it looks, Johan, you still are in the lead on the Iceland trip. Very nicely done. Electa, don't worry. You still get to have the Fjord Hall dinner. But there are only 45 seconds remaining. If anybody would like to make a bid on items 8, 9, and 10 on the beautiful piece of art from Bit, or on that trip to Iceland, or on the Fjord Hall dinner, now is your opportunity in these final moments. And we've got Suzanne, who's currently on the piece of art, and we've got Johan and Adam are bidding head to head on that adventure trip to Iceland. Nicely, nicely done. And it looks like Electa, you are doing very, very well on the Fjord Hall dinner. But I do want you to know, everyone, that as the chair of this event, Miss Electa Anderson wouldn't mind if you come and outbid her. Electa, I'm sorry, but I think that's true because we are trying to raise money for the museum. So if you would like to make a bid, you have 30 seconds remaining. This is your time to do it. And it looks like the piece of art is going to Suzanne. And it looks like, Mr. Ulf Ulvaldsson, you are now the top bidder on the trip to Iceland. We have a new bidder. And you've still only got 30 seconds under 30 seconds to go. Electa, nicely done. And Ulf, you're doing very, very well. Suzanne, nicely done. There are only 20 seconds remaining. If you would like to make a bid on items 8, 9, and 10, our final live auction items of the evening, this is your chance to do it. Very, very final opportunity. 15 seconds to go. If you would like, Mark, you just jumped in on that trip to Iceland. I'm so sorry. Johan, Adam, Mr. Ulf Uwald, if you would like to make a bid, now's your time because there are only 10 seconds. Electa, you're still in the lead on that Fjord Hall dinner. And Suzanne, you've still got the piece of art. And we've got 9, 8, very final opportunity to make a bid. 7, 6. Mark, nicely done on that trip to Iceland. You're in the lead, and you've got 6 seconds to go. Electa, you're still doing very well, and you've got 5 seconds remaining. Suzanne, you're currently taking the art. You've got 4, 3. Mark and Lars, you are going head to head on that trip to Iceland. Nicely bid. You've got 3 seconds remaining. This is your final opportunity to make a bid. Only 2 seconds to go. Electa, you're still in the lead. Suzanne, you're still in the lead. The Iceland trip is being closely contested. 2 seconds remaining. 1 second to go. And sold! Final bids. Nicely, nicely done. Lars Jonsson and Laurie McDonald Jonsson, nicely done at the last moment. And wait, is there one more? Yes, they are the top bidders on that trip to Iceland. And Suzanne, you will be taking Bit's beautiful piece. And Electa, congratulations and thank you for all of your support. And I can tell you that as the auction was finishing, I felt like I was starting to hear music. There was like music that was coming in, and I'm not even sure from where it was coming. But, maybe from under the balcony. Skål Choir, thank you so much. And I just want to say, so many of you have been ringing the bell, and we want to show you some of the amazing people who have been ringing the bell for us. Thank you to all of these incredible people who have rung the bell. Please keep ringing the bell for the museum, enjoying this. Yes, ring the bell for all of us. Skål to all of you. Now, our I want to tell you that we are just arriving at what is often and tonight the most important part of our evening. This is the part of our evening where we are going to ask you if you can directly support our amazing museum. And as I mentioned earlier, our National Nordic Museum Board of Trustees have stepped up in such an incredible way this year and have generously committed this $150,000 to challenge all of us to really to rise up to their generosity. And so, I know you know that these are very challenging times, and the museum has been facing it with sisu, with that grit, with that determination, to continue even when there are challenges, to create new kinds of programming to ensure that we are reaching people, to make sure that the museum is vibrant. And now that people are starting to come back, we are so excited, and we want to make sure that the museum is there for generations of people to come. So we need your support to have our virtual programming and our in-person programming. I want to remind people about the amazing summit that we held over this past summer, where we presented to 6,000 people even during these challenging times. And as you are considering perhaps making a very, very generous gift, and every gift, and thank you, Hans Aarhus, thank you for your amazing generosity, thank you. And as you are considering making a gift, we have another special guest who wanted to talk to you about the museum. So would you please help welcome Washington State Senator Reuven Carlisle as he takes us on a little trip inside the museum. Thank you so much, Reuven, for being here.
This building is not about the past. It's not about the present. It's about the future and all of our future together. And that's the reason that the programming around sustainability and climate change, the programming around entrepreneurship and innovation is so important. One of the things that excites me the most about your support for the museum is that we have the opportunity to lift up the connection between the Nordic countries and Washington State in an entirely different way. One of the things I'd like to ask you tonight is to do your best to raise the paddle, not just because we want to refill this building with kids and families, but we want the learning, the programming to continue to expand worldwide. The values, the vision, the energy represented by the Nordic countries and the people who came here hundreds of years ago means so much to us today. That's why your support brings it alive. Thank you so much for raising the paddle. Thank you so much for your energy, your commitment to making this building come alive and fill the halls again. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ring the bell. And thank you so much, Senator Carlisle. Thank you for being here and for speaking with us. We are so grateful for your ongoing support, and it is support that we need to ensure that our museum is strong. And Lisa, thank you so much for your incredible generosity. We are so, so grateful as we all, and Eric Nelson, thank you so much for your incredible generosity. We are so, so grateful. If you can help us with a gift of any amount, but you might consider these amounts. If you could help us with $50,000 or $25,000 or $10,000 or $5,000 or $2,500 or $1,000 or $500 or $250 or $100, any amount, as we work together, this amazing community that keeps this museum strong, we would love, love, love to have your support. It is only with your support that we can continue to serve this community. Thank you so much. Thank you. We are so, so grateful to you. I missed the name because and Lori Black, thank you so much for your incredible generosity. We are so, so great. And Lars Anderson, thank you so much for your incredible generosity. If you could help us with a gift of any amount, we would be so great. Christine Aarhus, thank you. Thank you. We are at 62. Thank you to Chevron for your incredible donation. We are so, so grateful for your support. I just want to say that that this evening, it is this community that helps us to have the museum, of course, in Seattle, but we are the National Nordic Museum that is serving the entire country and beyond. Petra, thank you so much for your generosity. We are so, so grateful. If you can continue to help us, we would be so, so grateful to all of you who are helping us right now. Per, thank you for your amazing generosity. Thank you, Per, for that incredible gift of $6,000. Thank you. And if we are at $71,000, and we are really hoping to meet the board at that Betcom. Thank you for your generosity. We are putting in these incredible gifts, and yes, thank you, Integrated Marine Systems. We are so, so grateful for your generosity. We really want to see if we can meet the board with that incredible, generous challenge of $150,000, and every bit that you help us with will do that for us. And yes, we want to say, as Eric says, thank you. And I just want to point out that there is there's another group that wanted to do a little singing for you as you are being so generous. There's another little group that wanted to tell you how much they care about you. Skull, yes. And I just want to say to Sonia Lynn Campion and to the Nordstroms, thank you so much for your incredible, incredible generosity. We are over $100,000 in our Raise the Paddle. We are so, so grateful. Joshua, yes, love, so much love. We are so grateful to all of you for your amazing generosity. If you can make a contribution of any amount, we would be so, so grateful if you could do it right now. And Belinda, thank you. Oh my gosh, at $30,000, Melinda Morse. Could we all give Belinda a huge, huge round of applause? Thank you. Marianne Kine Jackson, thank you. We are at $140,000 in our Raise the Paddle. Thank you. And Maria Staff, thank you. And Mark, thank you for your generosity. We are so grateful to Mark Schleck, thank you. And Linda Pedersen Fowler, thank you for your incredible generosity. We are so, so grateful. And Raymond Erickson, thank you. We're at $166,000. Thank you. Raymond Brandstrom, thank you for $10,000. We are so, so grateful. And the Goodman Foundation, thank you so much. We are so, so grateful to all of you. And so many people in the chat are saying that they love and are sending you their thank yous from our chat to you. And I said, oh yes. And Sonia wants to add 5,000. But Sonia Campion, thank you for your incredible generosity. She's adding, we are at $176,000. We are so, so, thank you so much. Yes, Eric, and I agree with you. Sonia, thank you for your generosity. Well, there's another $5,000 that we want to be sure that we see. And if you can make a gift of any amount, now is the time to do it. If you can help us. Oh, Heinrich, thank you for your incredible generosity. At $177,000, we would love to go over $180,000. If we could do it right now, we would be so, so grateful. And I know, oh, thank you, Miss Drexel Malone. And you know what? That is a perfect segue to the Malones, because it is my great pleasure to introduce the president of the Board of Trustees of the National Nordic Museum, Tom Malone. Are you there with Miss Drexel Malone? Tom, how are you?
Thanks, Ian. Thank you. And thanks to Eric Nelson and our auction chair, Electa Anderson, and our vice chair, Jan Blackburn. What a great event. And of course, thanks to all of the board members for sponsoring and contributing to tonight's event. And of course, thanks to the staff and volunteers for putting on a great show for us tonight. But most of all, I want to thank you, our sponsors, for showing up tonight and attending our auction and supporting us again this year. It's been a rough year for us, as you know, in 2020, but we've survived. And I invite you to come and see all the great programs that the museum has for the rest of the year. This has been a great deal of fun for all of us. And Electa and Jan, haven't we had a great time tonight? And so good night to all of you. And I hope you had a great time tonight.
Thanks all. Thanks.
Everybody.
We love you.
We love you guys. Thank you.
Skål to our incredible leadership, to Electa, to Jan, to Tom. Thank you. And now I'm going to take that one for all of your amazing generosity. We are at $216,000, and I want to tell you that our paddle raise will continue to be open until 9 o'clock on Monday evening. So if you know of anyone who wasn't able to be with us this evening, but who could come and maybe contribute and help us, please. And Elizabeth, thank you for your generosity. Elizabeth Bodel, thank you. $217,000. We would love, please spread the word. People can come and make a contribution, and we would be so, so grateful if they did. Thank you. And to close us out, we are joined by the Finnish singers for one grand finale. Thank you, Finnish singers, and thank you all. Have a wonderful evening and good night.
Sinne näe, täynnä koskista kimmeltävät. Kun purkua päivitä heitämme laulaen. Jos krapulankin saamme jälkeen tämän juominkin. Se huomisen jää, silloin vasta saa särkyä. you.